Hi everyone, it's Sandy. Thank you for joining me here on my channel. I have another one sheet wonder project and it uses one double-sided 12 by 12 paper. It's a really sweet little folio set, or it's a two-piece folio set, and it's just turned out really sweet. And originally when I made the project, I was only making the folio, which is this one here, and then when I cut the paper up, I thought I'll use the other piece and make a coordinating mini pocket booklet to create a set, and it just turned out really sweet, and it's just a lovely little coordinating pack. And I think this is great, and you can use this for any any uses that you want to use this for. You can add the receipts in here, some photos, ephemera pieces. There's a lot of tuck spots in here, so you can use this for a little mini journal, because you can add pages in here if you wanted to create a mini journal. And I'm going to show you the inside, and then I'm going to give you the measurements as well. It's just amazing what one 12 by 12 paper can make, and this is just an adorable little set. So let me show you the inside, and we'll go ahead and I'll show you the tutorial. I did use just some knitting yarn or knitting string to use as a closure, because it's nice and soft, so it's not bulky, and the same with this one. So I just made them both with the same string. And I'm going to also make some kit sets, or I'm going to make a few of these into sets for my Etsy store if you wanted to purchase the sets that I'm going to put together. And I'll show you in another video what you get if you wanted to purchase the set. But I'll open this up and I'll show you how it looks like. It's really easy to put together. I had a lot of fun making this. So this here is like the closure flap, just to help keep everything together. And it just opens up this way, and then there is a pocket in here. So I've made a little booklet, or you can make a little mini journal to fit in here. Just make it to suit your size and your height, or whatever you like. This is just sorry, it's upside down. I just cut one of the papers at 5 inches by 5 inches, and then folding that in half, and then you just add all of your papers that you want to add in here, and fold them in half as well, and you've got yourself a little mini journal booklet. So you can make one of those, and that can go in here. And you can also make this into another little pocket. I'll just see if I've got a little piece of paper. I'll just bring this over here. So you can have another spot in here. So there's a little extra spot just here when you put there. So it's just in there, and that can just slide in there. So you've got another little extra spot for maybe a bookmark, if you wanted to add a bookmark or a page marker, a paper clip, or some little ephemera pieces, sticker sheets. So there's a little spot there. Then it opens up to another little tuck pocket here, and I've just added some cut aparts from this same pretty paper that I've used. It's by Die Cuts with a View. It's an older collection, and I just wanted to use this beautiful paper. So there is a tuck spot here, and then over here there are 2 extra tuck pockets. There's one here in the front, there is another one here at the back, and then you have another large opening, deeper top pocket there. If you have another journal, you can add another journal here at the back like that. So there is room to add that in there as well. You can use this as a journal cover base if you wanted to make this whole. You can make this as your base for your journal, and then add your pages, and then you can stitch it along the fold line here, and then you've got your pages. Or you could staple it. You can staple your pages, and then you've got yourself a nice cover with pockets, and then all of your pages. I keep flicking this over, and a lot on your pages, and then you've also got your tuck pocket here at the back. So that's that one, and then that's your back. And this one here is the coordinating mini booklet that I use with the extra piece. This also ties up at the front with a closure, and it just opens up like that. And then you've got yourself a tuck pocket here for your photos or whatever you like to put in there. And this is the extra pocket where you need an extra piece of paper to create a library pocket style there. And it just closes up like that, and you've got your string, and then this is your 2-piece set. Just an adorable little set. Let's make one of these, and I'll show you how easily it is. You can make one of those, or one set. So you need a 12 by 12 paper. I did use double-sided paper, but you can use single-sided. It's just nice with double-sided paper, you get to see the two different paper prints. I'm just going to put all that to the side. Now I've got a paper with a directional pattern, so it's a perfect project if you have a lot of papers with patterns going one way. And this is double-sided. And now the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut my paper. So the paper has a directional side. I'm going to turn it this way, and I'm going to cut it at 7.5 inches. So we'll cut that at 7.5 inches. Then you've got this piece, we'll put that to the side. We'll work with this piece first, and I'm going to turn it around this way now to the right side, and we are going to line it at the 10.5 inch, sorry, I'm going to bring it down, 10.5 inch side. And then you're going to have 2 pieces. Okay, so you'll have those two. We'll just put that to the side for a second. So your paper will be cut at 7.5 inches by, 10.5 inches by 7.5 inches. So that's the paper that you want to cut. And then this piece here, we're going to line this piece on the longer side, and we're going to line it on the 6 inch. And cut that out. So you've got that piece. We can keep that to the side for now. And then you've got this one at 6 inches by 1.5 inches. And what we'll do, let's grab this piece as well while we've got the paper trimmer. And we're going to line that piece on the 10-inch side. And we're going to cut that. And then you'll have these 2 pieces. We'll put them to the side. That's for the mini booklet, the booklet folder. So we've got those pieces. So I'll just take that now. We don't need to use that. I'll just grab my scoreboard. So I'm just going to put them. So we have our paper now. So we've got the longer part at the 10.5 inches. I'm going to turn it this way so you can see the score lines. So along the 10.5 inch side, we are going to score at 1.25 of an inch. We're going to go all the way down, 1.25 inches, 4 inches, and 7.25 of an inch. So the score marks were 1.25 of an inch, 4 inches, and 7.25 of an inch. And then we're going to turn it around to the right side. So this is the bottom part. That's the back. So just making sure that you've got your paper the right way. So we're going to score on the bottom side at 1.5 inches all the way down. So I don't know if you can see the score lines, but that's that part. And what I might do is we'll do the folio, and then we'll come back and do some more scoring, just so it doesn't get confusing. So I'm going to hope you're going to see the score lines on here. We're going to need the trimmer again. I don't know if you can see that score line. The score line that we scored at the 7.25 inch, we are going to cut from there and cut down at about 2 inches from that corner down. So when you find that score line, we're going to cut that on that angle. I'll use the paper trimmer, and when you make the cut, try and not go past the score line up. You try and get it right up at that score line if you can. So we're going to cut like that, about 2 inches down from the corner. I'm going to just try and find my score line, and hopefully I don't go through that. So I can see it. I'm not sure if you can see it, but could have used a different paper, couldn't I? Let me just see. I'm going to say that's where it is. So I'm going to cut there. That's a score line. I'm going to try and go down roughly about 2 inches. You just sort of work it out. As long as you've got a nice angle cut. Okay, so hopefully I got that right. So you got this piece, we'll put that to the side. So that is the angle cut that you want to create. And now what we're going to do next is we are going to go along that same score line where we've got that angle. Down the bottom here, we're just going to cut up and stop at that score line. And that score line was at the 1.5 inch score line at the bottom. So I'm just going to cut all the way up to there. So we got that. And then we're going to move along to this next score line that's over here. That's that 4 inch score line. We're going to do the same and cut up right up to there. We're going to remove this panel piece. So I'm just going to try and find that score line. So I think that's it. So that's there. And now I'm just going to just give that a bit of a fold so it's easy for me to see. I'm going to remove that piece. And go all across. And then we're going to keep this piece and put that to the side as well. So we are not wasting any papers here. Everything will get used and nothing will get wasted. And then what we're going to do now, we're going to come over to this little square piece on this corner. We're going to do the same again and cut up and stop at that score line, just the same as we did with the last one. Let me just find that score line again. Go there. I'm really sorry if you can't see the score lines, but I'm hoping you can. So that's that. And then I'm just going to cut a slight angle going down to meet that little point there, just a slight little angle. Sort of, and then meeting where we made that cut to remove that little piece. And then there's that little score line there. So that was there. So I'm just going to, you see how it looks like. All right, so we've got that piece removed, this piece removed. We've made an angle cut there, and we've got these 2 panels remaining left. And now what we'll do, we'll assemble the folds so you have an idea of how it looks like. I'm just going to grab my corner round a punch. You're going to need a couple of punches here. And so what I'm going to do first is we're going to go on this side. We are going to bring this towards you and fold it. I don't have my bone folder, but we'll fold that over. And this piece here, we'll bring that up. I'm just going to fix it in. I'll tidy all this up. You can see I didn't trim it properly. But I'll fix that in a second. So we'll fold that up. And then what we're going to do next is we're going to bring this towards us and fold it on that score line. Bring it over. And then this piece here with that score line going down, we're going to bring that towards you. Fold that over. And then we've got this bottom piece, and that goes up in the front like that. And I'll just show you. So that is this part done. So you'll have that part. When you open it up, you'll have this part here, which is the back, and then this bottom piece down here. So I'll just do it, the fold again, just so you know how it looks like. We'll go one more time. Fold this towards you. Bring this piece up. And then we bring this whole piece in front towards you. This one goes back. And then this one goes to the front. And what we'll do, if you find that this part here is catching as it closes, it may not, But if it does, all you're going to do is just put this back in the trimmer and just do a slight trim and just trim off this piece. And it will just move a little bit further away from that fold line, and then you'll be able to close it. And what we'll do next is I'm just going to corner around this corner piece. We're going to corner around that one, and I'm going to corner around this piece. It just decorates it a little bit and just sort of gives it a neater finish. You don't have to do that if you don't want to. So I've cornered around that one and this piece. And this one here, I'm going to create a notch down here, just like this one. And there is that long piece that we have here. That's that piece that we cut out from here, that way. And that is going to be placed behind it like that. And then you have the two pockets here. And you can create another notch there if you wanted to. So I'm going to do a notch here and one up there. So I'll do this one first. You can use any circle size. I've got a 2-inch circle punch. I'm just going to do that. Just bring that back around. So I've got my notch, and then I'll do the same for this one. We can place that there. And what we'll do, let's glue this part down, and that will finish off this side so it doesn't get confusing. So what I'll do is I'll open this up and glue down these two sides. Just add a bit of glue there. My glue comes out. Hopefully it's dried up at the tip. Glue everywhere. Just a little bit there, and on the other side. And before I glue that down, I'm going to grab this piece, and I'm going to also add glue to the back. And then I'm just going to place it just below this part, just below the notch, so you don't see it. And just drop it down. Or you can place it as far down as you want. You can decide where you'd like that to go. And now we can press that all down, and that will give us, just line everything up. And I'm just going to tidy up this piece here. And then sometimes it might stick out a little bit at this end. Just trying to trim everything so it looks neat. So that should give us the two pockets. So there should be a pocket there now and one there. And I can open this side, and I'm going to add glue down to the bottom of the back pocket, and that will finish off this side. Some good strong glue. If you want, you can glue this side down. If you don't want that as an opening, you can glue that down. It will just restrict you from having a nice easy opening if you do that. But everything should stay in there. It shouldn't slide out, but you can do that if you want. We're going to go now to the front part. And with this part, all we do is add glue just along the edge here, and we can close up that pocket. So got that done, and then we can glue that in. Once that's glued, and same thing, if you want to glue this part in, you can do that, but that will also restrict your opening to add your bulkier little journals if you have, or if you have a lot of tags or something much thicker, you lose that extra opening. And then you've also got that little extra tuck spot there for your little pieces. So we've pretty much done the base of this, and then we're going to put the closure part here so you've got somewhere to close your folio, and that is using that long piece that was at 1.5 inches by 6 inches. We're going to get the scoreboard out again. Should have done this before we put it away. So let me just, I've only got a small tight spot here that I'm working in, so let me just put that there. And what we're going to do, so I'd made mine, I don't know if you noticed, but mine was upside down because I didn't look at the paper direction when I made the score line. That's going to go in the front like that, and we're going to make a score line, so just check your pattern's not upside down like mine. And then I'm going to flick it that way. So let me just see, it's going to, we need to make a score line over here, so I'm going to leave the print facing up so you can see which way. We're just going to go on the 1.5 inch side. We're going to score it 1/2 inch all the way down, 1/2 inch, and I'm going to corner around the right side, and we'll fold this piece over where we made the score line. Sorry about that. So we've got that now. It's all right, it's okay. And then we're going to fold that over. Just add some glue to the part we made the fold. And just place your glue beside the score line, not all the way on the score line, just keep it a little bit further away. So when we place the folded part, we want the folded part just beside the fold. So that way you can open and close this part here. Just keep it just a little bit beside it, not on it. So now you have that part to help with the closure. When you open that up, you've got your pocket and the 2 pockets, and then we have this part here, and that part is this little piece that when we created that cut on the angle. You don't have to use this, you can leave this plain, you can add your own pockets in here, you can do whatever you like, but I didn't want to waste this little extra piece. Now even though the image is facing this way, you can still put it that way. It doesn't bother me having it that way. You can also have it that way if you want it that way, and then just trim off that little extra piece that's sticking out there and trim that to fit. And then you've got your tuck spot this way. You can go this way if you wanted it on that side, and then trim off that excess piece, and then you've got that part. So you can go this way on this side. So you can play around with this whichever way you like. You can have it up here if you wanted to and have a top tuck pocket, which I have seen them on other journals. You can make it up here and create that as a tuck pocket under that way, or don't use that at all. But I'm not going to waste it. I'm going to place that right there and add some glue to the 2 sides, the 2 straight sides. Go there and down. I think I need to top up my glue bottle. And that gives us that side tuck pocket. And we have these 2 extra little pieces. I did make one with this 1-inch circle punch, and that's this part here, and that's just to reinforce this part, so you've got somewhere to add some string, and it just makes it more, gives it more strength so it won't tear. And I've just got a 1-inch punch. I'm just going to punch that out, and it's double-sided, so I'm going to use this side to match with the other side of the print. I'll fold that in half, and that's just going to get glued and placed along there like that, and then you can then punch a hole once it's set and glued. Once it's glued and set. Okay, I'm just going to put that. Just give me 1 second. My little jester wants to go outside. I'll be 1 second. You want to go outside? Yeah, come on. You go. Go on. Good boy. Okay, he's just gone outside. So once that's set, then you can just punch your hole, and then you've got yourself a closure for this. Now, this extra piece, as I mentioned in the earlier, I was only focusing on making the folio. I wasn't thinking about making this extra booklet. And then what I'd done was, with this piece, I just fold this in half to create the little tag, well, what they call, like a pull tab, decorative tab on the top here. And that's what I'd done, and I just placed that there by folding it in half. But then when I made the folder, I had to get another piece of paper and punch out another piece to create this part. So I've decided not to worry about adding that there now, and I'm going to use that for the mini folio folder to place here. And so I'm going to save that for the next part where I'll give you the measurements for this. So this one's all done. Hopefully that was an easy step-by-step tutorial. So I'll show you how it looks like. So this is the front. I didn't punch a hole here, and then that opens up to this pocket, and then opens up to the tuck spot here in the corner, and then you've got your 2 pockets in the front, and then that larger top pocket. So that part's all done, and I'll give you the measurements now to make this piece with that part that we had cut out. So we'll do that now. And then you have this other piece. That piece is the tag. So I'll just cut these angles just to make the tag. I'm going to use this as a template. It's gone a little bit longer, but that's all right. So just going to go like that. Like that. So this is a great way to use as a template, so your angles are all the same. So that part's done for this part, and now I'm just going to go back this way, and then we've got on the 10-inch side, we are going to score at 2 inches, 5 inches. Oh, sorry, 5 1/4 of an inch, and 8 3/4 of an inch. So I'll just give you the measurements again, and that was 2 inches, 5 1/4 of an inch, 8 3/4 of an inch. And you will need an extra piece of paper if you want to make the library pocket pouch to go in there. And what I've done with that is I cut a piece at 3.5 inches by 3.5 inches. So that's just the extra piece if you want to make the pocket, and we'll make that as well to finish off this folder. So actually what I'll do is I'll score this down now. That's for the pocket. And let me see, that's the right side, and it's really easy. I've done many of these sort of style pockets, and most of you are already familiar with how to do them. We're just going to score 3 sides at 1/4 of an inch on all 3 sides. So it's 1, 2. I love making these pockets. It's just really easy, especially if you have scraps of papers. You can make these and make a bunch of them and add them to another piece of paper at the back. So I'm just going to do my usual and angle cut the top part and part that they cross over. remove this now. I don't need the scoreboard. So now we've got that part up here. I'm just going to create a notch. So we've got that. I'll be back in 1 second. He's just staring at me out. Oh, now he wants to come in. Sorry, 1 second. You want to come in now? Come on. Come on. Good boy. Hurry up. Come on. Good boy. Sorry about that. Okay, I'm just going to fold these. My little Maltese Jester, most of you know that he's deaf. He was born deaf, so he can't hear, but he also has, he gets really like anxious and gets very stressed and always looks like he's always worried, and like at the moment now he's just getting a little bit like agitated. He's not sure what's going on. He gets a bit funny like that sometimes. Okay, so I've just folded all the sides up and we'll leave that there. So he does have a, yeah, his personality can be a little bit, sorry, he's just walking around. He looks a little bit lost. All right, so what we'll do now, this was the 2-inch side. The 2-inch side, I'm going to also, or let's fold this over. So we're going to fold that over first. And then we're going to fold that over on that 5 1/4 inch. We'll just fold that over as well. This is really easy. And then the other piece just gets folded in the front, and there you've got yourself your booklet. And all I'm going to do here is I'm just going to put a notch here like I've done on this one, just to, same thing, just to decorate it. So I might put this one on the top here, I think. I think it's nice to change that up and not always have it in the center. So I'm going to have that up there. And then the little pocket that we made, that will get placed here. So what I'll do is first we'll glue down this side pocket. These are probably one of my favorite little folios to make. These are so easy, so quick. You can make a bunch of these and add some Happy Mail goodies in here to send, to make some little Happy Mail gifts. You can add a gift card, note cards, messages, money. You can add a photo here and make this into like a little mini album. Add a photo here and add some more photos and tuck them in here if you want to gift some photos for to someone special. Now Valentine's is coming too around the corner, so this would make a great little Valentine folder with some photos. That would be a great idea. So now I'm just going to finish this off and add the pocket. So I thought that just came into my mind. I thought that's a great idea. I might actually do that and collect some of photos that I've taken on my phone of my sweet little granddaughter, and I might make a little photo collection for myself and put them in here. That would be something I might do actually. I might even make one for my daughter and her husband, and some of my photos of Aria, and put them in here and gift it to them. So I'll let that dry for a second. And then we have that little extra corner piece that we had from when we cut this folio. I'm going to do the same thing and punch that out to create that notch to go on this side to give it more strength. Okay, he's all settled now. He's calmed down. He's laying down. Just laying down looking outside. And so with my craft room that I have now, I sort of designed the room so it's a nice roomy room. I ended up putting some sliding doors instead of a window, so Jester, it's easy for Jester if he wants to come in and out of my craft room. I've got the sliding door instead of going out through the front door and then going through the house to let him out if he wants a toilet break or if he wants to sit outside in the sun, I can just open my sliding door in my craft room and he's just still there and he can still see me. And I'm hoping to be able to show you my craft room, and once it's all organized, I'll do a little craft room tour for you. So that shouldn't be, hopefully not too far away. And what you want to make sure, oh, you don't have to, I tried to keep the pocket a little bit in so that when you fold it you don't see it along there, but it should be still okay. So I've just centered the pocket along the two score lines, and then you just punch a hole, and then you've got yourself a lovely little folio 2-piece set. And then, oh, this is the tag that goes in there, and that was the little tag that we made, and that goes inside in here. And it's cute how it peeks out at the top. I think that's just a nice way to decorate the top edge. So that is this set done for the tutorial, and this is the one that I completed before. And I'm going to make a few of these sets for my Etsy store. I just think this is a great little fun project with a double-sided 2x2 paper. Hope you enjoyed this video, and hopefully I'll see you all soon in my next video. Bye for now.